Hello guys, welcome back to another Triomix video. Today, I think I know I'm gonna build. Now, if you didn't see the last video, we built this RC missile thingy. That was kind of bad, but it's an RC missile that basically is kind of the fourth version of the missile truck idea that we did quite a few times. But today I think we're gonna build. So basically, what I want to build is kind of like this, but instead the spinning part is like, so basically we have like a build, and then basically it's like split in two, and it'll like the top of it like lift up, and then like the spinning, then the thingies can spin on the inside. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Well, that is what we're gonna do. And I think what I kind of want to do is kind of have it where it's like all these things. Yeah, that makes sense. Totally. But we basically just have that. How big? I think we just do probably like that big. Probably be good. And I think I might edit this video, unless there's nothing to really edit. But I don't know. The last video that I made, the Satisfactory video, I did a little bit of editing. It wasn't anything like crazy. It was really just me cutting things out, and I sped some stuff up too. So I probably won't edit this video, because I don't think it'll really need editing. But another thing with this build is that it's not exactly split. So I think we're gonna do that and do this. So this will basically be the build, but like this top part will like lift up and will reveal the energy things. At least that's the plan. I'm not exactly sure if it will work. It should, but I'm not sure. How do I want to make this thing like actually drive? I didn't really do that. I mean, I guess I could use like a hover pad, but should I make it a hover pad thingy? I think we're gonna make it a hover pad thingy. It's kind of like a why not kind of thing. Okay. How high do I want this? Probably not. And we'll keep it with that. We'll just keep it with that one. If I need to, I can change it. Then I feel like the armored seat just fits nice. But remember, we're gonna split this. So it needs to be like, it needs to be enclosed. I'm not making it like not enclosed. And I guess I could do like that, but I feel like it needs to, wait, no, that would work. Let me just fill this stuff in and we'll see how it looks. I think the energy blades, or the energy swords and stuff, I think are kind of broken. I have a feeling that very soon they'll be getting nerfed because they do an unreal amount of damage. Like, it's actually kind of crazy how much damage they do. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, I can split. So I think how we're gonna have it, just don't realize with this thing, it doesn't have any top connections. You might just have to do something like this. I know since I'm using only one hover pad, I will need vertical stabilizers, but I will do that when we need to, or when we get there. So, and then we grab our pistons. Ooh, but I think we put our pistons in the corner. Yeah. And whenever, well, start position would be 0. The speed we'll just do like, I'll keep it at 1. And we'll just have it on that and auto reset. So if I bring, actually you have to be open, no you don't. If I just bring you down on top. Oh! It brought it down one more than I thought it would. But hold on, let me just real quick. How am I gonna fit the stabilizers? I think, yeah, that should work. Do it like that. I feel like when I'll be editing the Trail Makers content will most likely just be whenever like it's more complex, and when I can't really just like build it just like, I mean it still works. It definitely needs to be faster. Let's go like 10. That's too fast. Nope, did not want to do that. Speed, I think 5's pretty good. But we also, okay, I can make some adjustments. I want to make this controllable. Doesn't need to be that strong. And then I think I'll probably just like have the thrusters inside. Could I just take 2 of those like that? So that's very fast. So then I'll start spinning, but I want like everything to be in its section. You know what I mean? Like those, they weren't in their section because they're poking down below this. Like, I don't want that. I want them to all be in their own areas, if that makes sense. Then I can just do that. But I'm kind of worried I might. Nah. Our gyro stabilizer is doing enough. Okay. So in the center here, we'll just take this off. In the center, we want that. And I like to just do 2. This speed maximum. Where is that gonna spin though? Afraid that might. Yeah, that's gonna connect to that. So we can't have that on there. Whoa! What have I created? What happened? What did I do? I made a UFO. Why are you, like, doing that? Okay. No, it's not what I want to do. Why are you doing that? Is it clipping into something? Oh yeah, it's clipping into something. Okay, that makes sense. I'm so confused. I had no clue what was. Is that gonna be a problem? That might end up being a big problem. So yeah, let's clip in there. Oh wait, I don't need this. I only need that. Right? I believe so. And how big? I feel like that will be fine. And I kind of want it to be like... It needs to rotate in the center, but I kind of want these to be on the outside, so they gotta be kind of orientated on the edge. This one needs to be flipped. No. There we go. Oh gosh. See, I think it does need to be on a bearing. So I think... if I did that, and I did put that right there, this needs to be on that. I don't think whenever it's on 0 strength it doesn't matter if it's has a 360 angle. I'm not actually sure if it does matter, but just in case. So now it should... so the top thing is these things are getting stuck on the top. Well, it could be interference. These What if I just, like, deleted you, you just go down there, and I put you just on the center. Oh, that's not connected. Wait, that's what it does whenever it gets close, but we'll deal with that in a second. So it's... See, I think... It's gonna have to be like that. Like, away from it. And... if we could... I'm gonna take you, let's get you back there. I'm gonna take you, scoot you in like that. I don't know. I think that'll work. Nope. So yeah, it's getting caught on these. If I just keep those up. So yeah, it's these that are... If I just delete those. Yeah, that's what I expected. Could I just like put them on the side? No, I'm just gonna make this look better. I'm just curious if... So it would work fine. But it just looks terrible. I think we might have to make it extend 3 blocks. Like that. And then we'll just like... do that. Not that. And then everything here will go down 1. And yeah, that looks terrible though. Just hate the way that looks. Okay. So they're getting caught on these. But I don't want them to be like clipping into like the blade. Or blades. I mean, I guess we might just have to make this like just be taller. And like that should solve it. And it'll kind of make the center thing look better. Or the seat. I think. I don't know. Like it'll spin nice inside. But it just won't do that. Whoa. We're making not a thingy. Not what that was. We're making a spinning thingy. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. We're not making a top. Like, why won't that work? Oh, it's because these aren't actually in the center there. I just really like the way the scythes look. And I don't want to use like swords. But I would need this. And I need that. And that just looks terrible. Okay. Let's just see how much, like, this would be so much easier if I just did it this way, wouldn't it? Now, do I want to use... But see, it doesn't really have a center. Okay, that does. It would just need to be bigger. 25. 15. No, that's not what I wanted. Like, I think that'll work. Why is he doing that? Why are you not spinning? Why do you have a gyro on you? Well, I know why, but... Shh. I don't know why. I do and don't know why I have a gyro. I guess somehow that fixed it, okay. Okay. That did not work. Okay, let me just, like, not do that. Okay. And I think what I would also like is, like, I don't know. So it doesn't have enough space. That's the problem. But it should have enough space. So do I need just like a little bit of wiggle room in there? I don't know. Like this. Like I feel like this should work. But it doesn't. What if I use wedges to connect this centerly thingy? Yeah, no. No, did not want to do that. And then now I'm gonna have to turn off the blades. And then I'll have to turn them, make them like only turn on whenever I'm holding down the button thing. So it would work, but of course Trailmakers wants to be annoying and it has to have an extra block because it fits perfectly, and you can't fit perfectly in Trailmakers. Makes sense. But I need that connected. So could I just like do that? No. Because this wouldn't be a perfect fit. Because the pipes are just a little shorter. A little smaller than a block. So... Oh wait, it's because this wants to pull it down. Like... It wants to pull it down all the way. But we don't want it to go down all the way. We want it to stop. Okay, I think... Okay. I think I know why. And I think... So... In my mind, I'm thinking... Whenever this goes down, it's like... This stops right above this, but I forgot it wanted to go in. So... Technically, you could still spin this inside. But now you see it's not perfectly in the middle, which is gonna bother me. So, could I potentially put pistons in here? And these pistons have 0 controls. And they just have a starting position. So a half would be that. So like 2.5. That looks pretty good. Pretty nice in the center, maybe? Not sure. Let me just like take this block and we'll just like put a decal. Just put like a circle about where the okay, so it needs to go up just like a little bit more. Just like 20. I mean, that looks pretty good. I think that's good. I was using that to just like see where I needed it to be. So these, we want that not toggle off by default. Oh yeah, we also want you guys. We don't need. So these and those. Start mission 0 and auto reset yes. So now it should work, and then whenever I do that. Okay, yeah, it is. Forgot I needed to add a delay. I need to have a delay on the thingy. Let's have like a second delay. Yeah, like half a second. And is this on full power? Yes. Okay. So we would just drive around and we could spin that. And I think I'm just gonna like crank up these gyros to the max. That works. Just slowly going up. Okay. I'm not supposed to be the spinny part. Okay. What if I just like had that speed, strength, like it actually had some strength? But then I think, yeah, it's just gonna spin me too. So yeah, no. Okay. What's like a... How could I paint this? I think I could maybe make like this. No decals. Glow like red. And this one will glow. And I need that helicopter engine. I want you to be like glowing balloon. And then these things in the center. What if we make you just like black? Okay. That's something that I'm not liking. I was getting caught on these. And because it's not an exact perfect fit whenever it's like half in between, it like does thing. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. And it all ends up going back to this thingy in the middle. The thingy not wanting to thing. Much. Nope. How could I just like, now that I know it wasn't because these were blocking it. I think it definitely works better. Definitely has to. Wait, what if instead that not work? What if it didn't go down all the way, and it just went, and it left like a tiny gap. Can I make that smaller? Like, could I do like, oh, 5? I think that kind of works. But whenever it would do that, it would, I wouldn't go down all the way. Yeah, it would have to go more, like, it would have to stop. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want these guys in the middle. But yeah, it wouldn't be able, it wouldn't work. I'd have to make it like an entire block above, I think. Or it'd have to be like, so like 1, I think like 2. I don't know. But I think 0 is fine. It won't, it's not that big of a annoyance. Okay, let's grab something that we could chop this thing up with. Can use this. Why does it do that? I don't know, but if I had this problem spawn this thing in, it makes a ghost block thing. I don't know what it is about. Let me just do. Good, it was not a good pass. Ooh. So if you made a block, or if you made a vehicle that's about below I don't know. If you can make a vehicle that's about 2 blocks tall, or 2 grid blocks tall thing, or whatever, this thing wouldn't really be able to get you. Because if I do it close enough, it, like, you can see it still does damage. But if you made it under 2 blocks, it's gonna get through. Where's this? There we go. I have an idea. This has nothing to do about this video, but yeah. I think I could. Maybe. No. Okay. But I think that'll be it for this video. I don't think I'll really be able to cut anything out. Nothing really makes sense to cut out. Because it was all kind of really just building. It wasn't anything like logic or anything. I just love how satisfying this thing is. And how easily you can make them do like infinite amount of damage. Like either I feel like a way they could fix the problem of them being just way too broken is by either making like a shield block that's like not resistant, but like a lot better at like deflecting damage from the swords. Like it'd basically be, oh my gosh. But it would basically be like this big, and it might cost like a power core or something, but it would like deflect the shield damage, and like it would basically like block everything that, like if I put it right here, like it wouldn't damage anything in here unless there was like a gap in between, and it like was able to go through there. I don't know. Or they could just nerf the entire thing and make it worse. Because these things are broken. Or maybe make it have to go faster to do more damage. Because like, just rotating it that fast basically does like all the damage you would need. Just like go to it. Yeah. Just like, come on. What is that? It just does so much damage. But I think that's, oh gosh. I think that'll be it for this video. Please, just let me screw that. Here we go. I think I'm gonna be needing some more ideas for Trailmakers though, because I don't really know what to build. But if you have any ideas, I will most likely do it. There's not a 100% chance I'll do it, but a very high chance, because I probably average about half a comment a video. It's like every 2 videos I get like a comment. Something like that, I don't know. But if you have any recommendations, I'll most likely see it. And I'd be glad to build it. But guess we'll just see you next time. Bye.